Did you get to travel much in your host country or outside of your host country, or were you restricted to Panama, or could you travel elsewhere?
Well, we were not restricted to Panama, but really the only time we had to travel was our 1 week off for spring break. And for spring break, I did do some rather extensive traveling. We went, my mother actually came to visit me in Panama, and I spent spring break going around Panama with her. We did, because it was such a short time, we did end up staying in Panama. We wanted to go to Costa Rica, but we couldn't make it. Okay. But we did travel to several different cities in Panama, really gorgeous places, and outside of the city and far to the north, and yeah.
So can you give us a little bit of details about what your travels were like, where you went, what you did?
Okay, we went up to the north to a smaller city called Boquete, which is high in the hills, so it's much cooler, which was nice. And we stayed in a hotel there, and we met a lot of people kind of just walking around town and going to their lounges and their restaurants and their markets. And my mom speaks fluent Spanish, so that was good. We sort of just met a lot of people and encountered a lot of people that way. While we were there, some touristy things we did. They have it was the time of year they had like a cow fair, essentially, and they like sell baby cows and sell their sperm, awkwardly enough. And so we went and checked that out, which was interesting. We went on a trip up into the mountains, and we did zip lining.
Oh, okay. Tell us about zip lining.
It was so much fun, very, very amazing. We took a car way up into the mountains, and I think we had to hike a little bit, and we went across these zip lines that were they were at the top of these large, rainforest trees. So we were probably about 100 feet up, zip lining across. It was an amazing time. And we were in an area that is a cloud forest, so it's like high enough such that it's usually touching clouds. So it was just really, really gorgeous.
Do you have any photographs?
Yes, lots.
Okay, good. I was going to say you got to take photographs, of course. So were you scared when you started doing the zip line? Okay. How did you overcome?
Probably
Go on.
It was too much fun. It was literally too much fun to get scared.
Okay.
The first one, you were like, "This is amazing. I'm going to enjoy every moment of this."
And did your mom do it too?
Yes, she did, and she was definitely a little bit more scared than I was, but she got over it a little bit more towards the end.
Oh, that is so fantastic. Okay, let's see. How did you handle your budget? Were you able to maintain your budget pretty well? Oh, wait a minute, you didn't tell me about your other travels. Okay, you went to that place. What else did you visit?
Yes, and then we went to it was kind of a very touristy spot we went to next. It was a resort. It's right on the beach. It took us a little while to drive there. Driving through Panama was interesting. The roads are very narrow, even for like literally driving across the country. The roads are very narrow, just two roads on either side. So there's a lot of passing, so it actually gets kind of dangerous. But yeah, we were okay. But so yeah, it took us a little while to find it. But we stayed at this resort, and they had some really interesting cultural shows where they did traditional dance and traditional music and really, really fun stuff that we got to see. And but otherwise there we kind of just hung out, lounged on the beach, which was nice. Then we went to Bocas del Toro, which are they're a group of islands. Wait, was it? No. This is. Why can't I think of the name of it? Okay, it's a group of islands off the coast of Panama that has a native people living there, sort of maintaining their native lifestyle. So you go to these islands, and there's usually not running water or electricity, and you kind of just sleep in a hammock and use the bathroom in a hole. So we went out to one of those islands, and we stayed there for about 2 days. and got to know the people really well. We got to see their traditional style of dress. We took a tour and we saw their schools, and we saw the kids and like practicing music and playing sports. And that was really cool. And we also got to do a little bit of snorkeling. They have amazing. That's why it's still so much touristy, because there's very, very good snorkeling in the area. So we did that, and I think that was the end of our travels during that time for spring break. Otherwise, for the actual courses, we traveled to a lot of different places in Panama. We stayed in the city for the most part in Gamboa, which is about an hour outside Panama City. We also visited an island, Barrow, Colorado Island, which was an island that was created when the canal was flooded, and we did a lot of our research there. We traveled to Bocas del Toro, which is on the Caribbean side, so that's where all the black people are. And we were in Panama City for a while as well.